Hey everybody, Tag Life Done Free. Hey, I thought I would put out a quick video on one of the things that Bee uses a lot to make her life easier. I get a lot of comments about, why do you use that? If the shit hit the fan, you wouldn't be able to, you wouldn't get fuel, you wouldn't whatever. But at the end of the day, I have it now, and if I can take a project that would take 2 days to complete, but I can complete it in a matter of a couple hours because I used what was available to me, then I'm certainly going to do this. What we're going to look at today is the BEEmobile. My wife has a Kubota and she uses it for lots of things. Today we're going to focus on the water aspect of it. I have a fruit orchard that has 100 fruit trees in it. And so this is the watering system. This is how she uses it, to keep those trees up those first couple of years. And as you'll see in the video, there's actually some side effects that benefits me directly. And you'll see. Come on. So again, here's our Kubota. We call this the BEEmobile. So I went and bought a 75-gallon white tank. I just bought it at Tractor Supply, and I'll include the cost when we get to the end. Plumbed it through a hose. Those are all quick disconnects. Runs down back behind the bed, and then comes out and hits this hose, which is what Bee uses to water things. And I'll show that a little more in depth. Here's the wand. So she actually drives around in the air conditioner or in the heat, whichever it is, and can water, the fruit orchard or, any of her plants. I guess she could really even use the garden, even though we have spouts out there. So it runs down here to a little 12-volt pump. Again, that was purchased at Tractor Supply, as was all the hose, all the fittings. Very simple, just bolt it in, run it to the battery, runs up here to a switch, pull that up, kicks on, turn it off, kicks off. I try to put those switches out of the way as to not get snagged on things, because you run a pump, long term without the water coming out, it'd be bad for it. So let's see how she uses it. She don't know I'm filming her, which you guys know by now I love to do, but talk about lollygagging. She'll sit in there and listen to podcasts, YouTube shows, whatever it is, while she watered. And if you look, what she's actually watering now is we just put 4 more cherry trees in just a couple days ago, and so she'll get out there and water them every single day. But she'll just sit there and water them. If she needs more water, she'll just go back and get more water, but this just allows her to, just kind of cruise around. The Kubota itself, I bought at an auction. We sitting in there, it was a 2018 model, and I watched it from a price perspective, and I thought it was a fairly good deal. It's a diesel, it's 4-wheel drive, it's got a hydraulic dump bed on it, got a PTO in the back. You can see these Kubotas, if you're looking for something to go fast, don't buy one of these. This thing is a turtle, and don't go very fast at all, but super strong, will haul a lot of weight, will pull a lot of things. And so this is just kind of her farm vehicle. I know that she really likes it a lot. I can fill that 75-gallon tank up with water and not have any problems. So if you look here, this is the side effect that I was talking about. So what I get to do is I get to say, hey, Bethany, will you come water my concrete holes? So instead of me hauling, 5-gallon buckets of water up there or dragging a hose around, she's usually pretty, amicable to filling them up for me. So we were working on the garden fence, which I know you guys have seen that video. That was the last video that came out. But so she just pick up the concrete bags and water the holes, and off we go. Again, people, a lot say to me things like, man, that's, it's kind of cheating, or you won't be able to use that. But guys, we're getting older, and I've got to manage my energy capital more than I manage money capital. Because at the end of the day, there's only so much of it. And how do I create an environment where homesteading is feasible at 70 or 80? How do I do that? And we do that by creating weed-free environment. We do that by, just like this, watering, being able to go out and water, the trees. When you get into July and August in here, there'll be days that are, 120 degrees outside. And yeah, I could haul 5-gallon buckets up there, with brute force. But, why would I if I can do other things to make it easier? This entire project, to put this in, took me about 3 hours to install it into her machine. And it's been an absolute lifesaver. And again, like I said, I get, kind of some side benefits. I can, recruit her, to do some of my tasks, like, building the fence, for example. We call it the Super Bee. I bought her those stickers to kind of personalize it for her, and she absolutely is the Super Bee. All right, so as I mentioned earlier in the video, the cost of this system was about $289. Everything was purchased at Tractor Supply: the tank, the pump, the hoses, the fittings, the wand, all of that stuff. So $289, took about 3 hours to put in. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this quick video. Again, it's just, taking care of energy capital. And, I get into this conversation with people a lot. And I'm telling you, energy capital is worth more than money. It just absolutely is. You only have so much of it. If there's a limited span over your lifetime, you can make money over and over and over and over and over again. But what you can't do is create more time. And so, I'm going to challenge every single aspect of our life, and I'm going to try to save time. I'm going to try to make it easier to homestead, easier to produce. And there's a lot of ways we'll do this. And you guys will see as videos are coming, some of the things we do in the garden and those kind of things make it a lot easier to do the things we do, because as I know all of you know, homesteading is not easy work. There's a lot that needs to be done. These are just these little pieces of freedom, and these little pieces of freedom insulate us from the outside world, and it makes things a lot easier. Anyway, again, I hope you enjoyed it. As I always say to you, hold the line, don't give an inch. Tag out.